December of 1928, the village of Ballyvalloon, Ireland buzzed with life. A dance at the local hall promised music, laughter, and a nightmare that would freeze time itself. Julia Mangan, 21, left the hall alone. The moon vanished behind clouds as she took the shortcut home, a dirt road flanked by skeletal trees. She hummed a tune, unaware of footsteps echoing behind her. Days later, a farmer found her body in a rain-swollen ditch. Clutched in her hand, a monogrammed handkerchief, not hers. Was it a token of love or a killer's taunt? Witnesses whispered of a man in gray lurking near the dance hall, a stranger with sunken eyes and a limp. He vanished like smoke, leaving no name, no face, no trace. Police found footprints too large to be human near Julia's body, and the handkerchief? It disintegrated in court, as if the truth itself refused to be known. Julia rests in an unmarked grave, her killer never found. But villagers swear her ghost walks the road on moonless nights, still humming that final song. Ballyvalloon's murder road remains untouched. Crosses mark the spot where Julia fell. Locals avoid it after dark, because sometimes the footsteps still follow. March 1922. Gruber family lived in solitude on a remote Bavarian farm. But weeks before their deaths, they whispered of horrors, footsteps in the attic, keys vanishing, and footprints in the snow that led to the house, but never away. Strange signs plagued them. A newspaper dated days after their deaths appeared on their doorstep. The cattle stirred at night, and always, the creaks above, as if someone lived in their attic, watching, waiting. On a storm-lashed night, the killer struck. A pickaxe silenced 6 souls. 2 parents, their children, a maid, and the maid's daughter. Their cries drowned by thunder and the killer's cold precision. Days later, neighbors found the bodies stacked in the barn like firewood. All 6 skulls crushed, but the killer left no trace, except a single set of footprints leading nowhere. Police found food missing, beds slept in. The killer had stayed for days, eating their food, feeding their cattle, hiding in the attic. Was it a madman, a vengeful ghost, or something older? Went cold. Suspects included a scorned lover, a jealous neighbor, even a spectral woodcutter from local lore. But the truth, buried with the victims and the farm itself, raised to erase the evil. Hinterkaifeck's fields lie empty. Yet hikers swear they hear laughter in the wind, or see a shadow holding a pickaxe forever waiting in the attic of the mind. August 2014. A hiker vanished in the Pacific Northwest. All that remained was a journal with entries written after his disappearance. The first page reads, "I'm still here, but it's not." The journal describes a highway that loops forever. No exits, no signs, just the same gas station, its flickering neon sign reading, "You've been here before." He sought shelter in a cabin, but the walls pulsed like flesh. Polaroids inside showed his face, aged decades, screaming. A voice hissed, "We're making you better." In the journal's final entry, he writes, "Don't look in mirrors. They show what's following you." His last sketch, a figure made of static, smiling with too many teeth. A police scanner crackled with his voice years later. "I'm in the between place. They're stitching me into something else. Tell my family." The transmission cut to screams. Search teams found the journal deep in the woods. Nearby, a figure stood motionless, its face a shifting collage of strangers. It whispered, "Almost ready." The journal ends mid-sentence. "If you're reading this, they're all ready." Authorities sealed the case, but hikers still report a man on the highway asking for the time. In August 2014,